Manchester United fans have lived through enough transfer windows to know when something feels different. Every summer starts the same way. The rumors begin, the headlines start flying around social media. Journalists throw names into the mix. Fans debate endlessly about who should come in and who should leave.
On Sandro Tonali, the appreciation for Sandro Tonali remains, but at the moment my understanding is that Tonali is considered not that close to Man United, not that concrete for Man United, because the overall cost of the deal in terms of salary, in terms of transfer fee, is considered at the moment too high. So Man United are cold on the Sandro Tonali deal at the moment, as of today. Tonali could be an option for Manchester City, but their focus is on Elliot Anderson, another player really appreciated also by Man United, who are still monitoring the situation. And Sandro Tonali could be an option for more clubs.
But after years of watching this club operate in the market, you develop a sense for when something is genuinely happening and when it's just noise. And right now, I genuinely believe Manchester United are preparing for one of the biggest transfer windows we've seen in a very long time. Not because of one superstar signing, not because of one record-breaking deal, but because this feels like the start of a complete transformation. For years, supporters have complained about the same issues: poor recruitment, panic buying, overpaying for players, leaving major positions unaddressed, waiting until the final days of the transfer window before scrambling to complete deals. We've all seen it happen. We've all felt the frustration, and we've all watched rival clubs move quicker, smarter, and more efficiently, while United seemed stuck in a cycle of repeating the same mistakes. But this summer feels different. The first thing that's caught my attention is the speed. Usually, Manchester United spend the opening weeks of the transfer window assessing situations, exploring possibilities, and getting linked with dozens of players before eventually making a move. This time around, it feels like the groundwork has already been done. The club appears to know exactly what positions need strengthening. They seem to know exactly which players fit the vision. And more importantly, they appear to have alternative targets lined up if negotiations become difficult. That is a massive sign of preparation, because successful clubs don't enter a transfer window hoping things work out. Successful clubs enter a transfer window with multiple plans already prepared. And when I look at what's happening around United right now, that's exactly the impression I'm getting. Take the midfield situation. Everyone knows Manchester United need more energy, more control, and more quality in the center of the pitch. For too long, the midfield has lacked consistency. Some games have been brilliant, others have completely fallen apart. The best teams in Europe dominate matches through midfield. Manchester City do it. Real Madrid do it. Bayern Munich do it. Liverpool have done it for years. If United want to return to that level, they need midfielders capable of controlling games, winning battles, and driving the team forward. That's why the reported move for Ederson has generated so much excitement among supporters. He represents the type of player United have needed for years. Strong, dynamic, technically gifted, comfortable under pressure, a player who can defend, progress the ball, and contribute in both phases of the game. But here's what makes this situation even more exciting. The club doesn't appear to be stopping there. There are multiple midfield names being discussed, multiple profiles being assessed, multiple options being explored. That tells me one thing. United aren't looking for a quick fix. They're looking to build a complete midfield capable of competing at the highest level, and that mentality extends beyond just one position. Look across the squad and you can see areas where improvements are being targeted. Defensive reinforcements, attacking depth, additional creativity, more competition for places. These aren't luxury additions. These are necessities if Manchester United want to compete on multiple fronts next season. Because let's not forget something important. Champions League football changes everything. The schedule becomes more demanding. The level of competition increases dramatically. The squad gets tested in ways that domestic football alone cannot replicate. You can't survive a Champions League campaign with 11 good players. You need depth. You need quality. You need players who can step into the team without the overall level dropping. And that appears to be exactly what Manchester United are trying to build. What excites me most is the sense of ambition. For years, many supporters felt like the club was simply trying to remain relevant, finish in the top four, secure Champions League qualification, protect commercial revenues, repeat. But now there seems to be a growing desire to push beyond that, to actually challenge, to actually compete, to actually build something capable of winning major trophies again. And whether every target arrives or not, that shift in mentality is incredibly important, because ambition matters, recruitment matters, planning matters, and football clubs that consistently make good decisions eventually get rewarded. Of course, there will be obstacles. There always are. Negotiations won't be easy. Selling clubs will demand huge fees. Agents will complicate situations. Rival teams will enter races. The media will create endless speculation. That's just modern football. But unlike previous summers, Manchester United appear ready for those challenges. They appear prepared, they appear organized, and perhaps for the first time in years, they appear willing to walk away from deals that don't represent value. That is how elite clubs operate. That is how smart clubs protect themselves, and that is why this summer feels different. It's not just about spending money. It's about spending money intelligently. It's about identifying the right players. It's about building the right squad. And it's about creating a team capable of competing for years rather than months. When the transfer window first opened, many fans hoped for a busy summer. Now, it feels like we're heading towards something much bigger than that. A summer that could redefine the direction of Manchester United Football Club. A summer that could reshape the squad from top to bottom. A summer that could lay the foundation for future success. And honestly, as a Manchester United supporter, that's what makes this period so exciting. Not the rumors, not the headlines, not even the transfer fees. It's the possibility. The possibility that this club is finally building something special again. And if that's truly the case, then this transfer window may end up being remembered as the moment everything started to change. Why this summer could change the future of Manchester United. Now here's where things start to get really interesting, because when we talk about transfers, it's easy to focus only on the names. Who is coming in? How much will they cost? Which position do they play? Will they improve the starting 11? Those are the questions every fan asks. But sometimes the biggest story isn't the players themselves. Sometimes it's what those signings represent. And that's exactly why I think this summer could become a turning point for Manchester United. For years, this club has been trying to rebuild. Every manager arrived with promises. Every project began with excitement. Every transfer window was supposed to be the one that finally pushed United back toward the top. Yet somehow, something always went wrong. The squad never quite felt complete. The recruitment never quite matched the vision. The momentum never lasted long enough. And before supporters knew it, another rebuild was starting all over again. But what if this summer is different? What if this is the moment where all the lessons from the past finally start paying off? Because when you look at the current situation, there are reasons to believe that could happen. First of all, Manchester United are no longer approaching this window from a position of weakness. They're approaching it from a position of opportunity. Champions League football is back. That alone changes everything. Top players want to compete at the highest level. Top players want European nights. Top players want to test themselves against the best clubs in the world. And when Manchester United can offer that platform again, suddenly the club becomes a much more attractive destination. That's a huge advantage in the transfer market. But that's only one piece of the puzzle. The second piece is the squad itself. Let's be honest. There are players who have served the club well. There are players who have had good moments. There are players who have given everything for the badge. But football doesn't stand still. Every successful team eventually reaches a point where difficult decisions must be made. And it feels like Manchester United are reaching that point. Several departures have already happened. Others could still follow. Wages are being removed from the books. Squad places are opening up. Resources are becoming available. And that's creating room for a new generation of players to arrive. Players who fit the footballing identity the club wants to build. Players who can grow together. Players who can become the core of Manchester United for years to come. That's why recruitment this summer is so important. This isn't about finding quick fixes. It's about building foundations. The best teams in world football don't succeed because of one superstar. They succeed because every part of the squad works together. Look at the great Manchester United teams under Sir Alex Ferguson. They weren't successful because of one player. They were successful because every position was filled with quality. Competition existed everywhere. Standards were maintained every single day. That's what Manchester United need to recreate. And while nobody is suggesting that happens overnight, this summer could be the beginning. The first major step, the first chapter of a much bigger story. What's encouraging is the number of positions reportedly being targeted. Midfield improvements, defensive reinforcements, attacking additions, squad depth, versatility, athleticism, energy, all the qualities that modern football demands. For too long, United have looked like a team trying to solve one problem at a time. This summer, they appear to be addressing multiple issues simultaneously, and that's exactly how successful rebuilds happen. You don't patch the cracks, you strengthen the entire structure. Now imagine for a moment that the club successfully lands several of its top targets. Imagine a stronger midfield. Imagine greater control in possession. Imagine more pace, more intensity, more physicality. Imagine a squad capable of rotating without suffering a major drop in quality. That's when things start becoming really exciting. Because the Premier League is evolving, Manchester City remain powerful, Liverpool continue to compete, Arsenal are established contenders, Chelsea possess enormous talent. The league isn't getting easier. If anything, it's becoming more difficult every season. But opportunities still exist. Football changes quickly. One strong transfer window can completely alter the trajectory of a club. We've seen it happen before. A few smart signings, a stronger dressing room, better balance across the squad. Suddenly a team goes from chasing places to challenging for trophies. Manchester United know that. The supporters know that. And perhaps most importantly, the people making football decisions know that. That's why every move this summer feels significant. Every negotiation matters. Every signing carries importance. Because this isn't simply about improving next season. This is about shaping the future. This is about creating a squad that can grow together over multiple years. This is about giving Manchester United a platform to compete consistently rather than occasionally. And if the club gets this right, the rewards could be enormous. Imagine Old Trafford packed under the lights for Champions League football. Imagine a squad filled with confidence. Imagine genuine competition for every position. Imagine Manchester United once again being discussed as one of Europe's most dangerous teams. That's the vision. That's the dream. And for the first time in quite a while, it feels like that dream might actually have a realistic path. Of course, there will be challenges ahead. There always are. Not every target will sign. Not every deal will go smoothly. There will be setbacks. There will be frustrations. There will be moments where supporters question what's happening. That's football. But the overall direction feels positive. The ambition feels real. The planning feels stronger. And the belief among fans is growing with every passing week. That's why I genuinely think we're witnessing one of the most important summers Manchester United have had in years. Not because of one player, not because of one transfer, but because this could be the summer that lays the foundations for everything that comes next. The next few weeks are going to be absolutely massive. Every update matters. Every negotiation matters. Every signing matters. And by the time the new season begins, we could be looking at a Manchester United squad that is almost unrecognizable from the one we saw just a year ago. A stronger squad, a deeper squad, a more balanced squad, and most importantly, a squad built with a clear purpose. That is why excitement is growing. That is why expectations are rising. And that is why this summer could become the start of something very special at Manchester United Football Club. Do you believe Manchester United are about to have their biggest transfer window in years? Which signing would completely transform this team for you? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to United Pulse TV, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Manchester United news, transfer updates, and match analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.